Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis. So today we are back to discuss the 24th August CNA or Current Affairs Daily. So here is me and my details. Also, if you want to join our WhatsApp as well as Telegram group, you can join in via the links given below. CSAP is drawing with the interview guidance program for the APSC CCE Mains 2022 appeared candidates. So for free registration, you can go ahead with the links that has been supplied to you in the comment section, or you can see in the detail section of us. You should know what this interview guidance program will assist you of. Also, you can register in via the scan code given below. On 25th August, Sri Robin Kolita will be going ahead with a one-to-one session in Zoom where we will be discussing about some of the important aspects of interview guidance program, as well as on 10 September, Anil Swarup sir will be going live to interact with the interview appearing students. Let's start with today's analysis. KSA first. Chandrayan 3 lands successfully on the moon surface. Very, very important and one of the hottest topic of today, we all know. Tapse ata Suez Canal kotha patim, Mera bill, Mera Adhika, then global carbon credit and some renewable sources of energy with some prelims facts. So this is something which is unimaginable and which is very much proud to be said as an Indian in this context when we have landed and we are the first country to land on the south pole of the moon. Okay, so why not to see the video once again? The iconic
Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who is here to encourage us, and
the iconic photo or the video.
the visuals.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding. Let us all wait to hear from the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
लैंडर मॉड्यूल पूरी तरह से सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा की सतह पे लैंड हो चुका है। ये हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही गर्व की बात है। हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चंदा मामा दूर के, लेकिन अब हम ये कह सकते हैं कि चंदा मामा अपने घर के।
बहुत ही उम्दा. The hard work of the entire ISRO community has come to fruition.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, नमस्कार. Sir, we have achieved soft landing on the moon. India is on the moon.
Some marvelous speech. Okay, that has been given by the ISRO chairperson, Somnath ji, and many congratulations to ISRO on the entire behalf of the CSAP team. Okay, many more to come. Okay, Aru G2 successful Korise, that is something unimaginable in its instant. Okay, and we are the very first country to land on the south pole of the moon, and basically we are the fourth country to land as in a very soft form on the surface of the moon. So we should enjoy this day, and this day has created a history in which every generation would remember this particular day of ISRO getting such a huge success. Okay, so etu karone etu bahut newsor asile Chandrayan 3. Okay, aru etu thakiboy. Okay, ami ebla kotha bahut discuss korisu about the journey of Chandrayan 3, about each and every aspects of Chandrayan 3. Okay, bas moi yate just aji eta tinta kotha koi asu je ei Chandrayan 3 er main objective to ki hoy. See, the first objective of Chandrayan 3 is to demonstrate safe and soft landing on the lunar surface. Jitu hoy gol. Second key, to demonstrate rover roving on the moon. That is the Pragyan rover. And the third is to conduct in situ scientific experiments. Tinta maksad, tinta module ase, objective ase ka Chandrayan 3. ফাৰ্ষ্ট টু হৈ গ'ল, বাকি দুটা বাকি আছে। সেকেন্ডটোৰ কাৰণে আমি কেইদিনমান ৱেইট কৰিব লাগিব, উইল সি দ্য আপডেটছ। তোমালোকে এতিয়া যিবিলাক ফটোজ দেখি আছা যে নিশান বনি গ'ল চন্দ্ৰাত, অ'কে, বিকজ দেয়াৰ ইজ ন' উইন, তো সেইটো সদায় কাৰণে থাকি গ'ল। চ' ইটছ বেচিকেলি এ ফেক ইমেজ, এতিয়ালৈকে কোনো তেনেকুৱা পাব্লিছ হোৱা নাই। প্ৰজ্ঞান ৰোভাৰ ইজ নট আউট অফ দি মেইন লেণ্ডাৰ, অ'কে। চ' ডোন্ট go in this particular false pictures. So we'll update as soon as ISRO directly comes into prominence with the rover, that is the Pragyan. Okay, তাৰপিছত নমাই পেলাই যেতিয়া খোজকাঢ়ি মানে তাতে যেতিয়া ৰোভাৰে যেতিয়া চলিব, তাৰ পিছত ইন সিটু এক্সপেৰিমেণ্টছ কৰিব। ইন সিটু মানে তাত থাকি পেলাই এক্সপেৰিমেণ্টছ কৰিব। অ'কে, চলো। চ' এইখিনিয়ে ইয়াত ক'ব লগা আছিলে। চ' দিছ ইজ চন্দ্ৰয়ান 3 মুন মিছন। চাই ল'ব এইবিলাক, গোটেই ফিচাৰ্ছ মই আকৌ এবাৰ লিখি দিছোঁ। অ'কে, চলো। প্ৰেক্টিছ কুৱেশ্যন আছে, এবাৰ বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন হয়, এবাৰ প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰি পেলাই still send to us via the answersforcna@gmail.com. Okay, chalo, coming to the next topic. A tanker collision disrupts traffic at Egypt's Suez Canal. So to ki hol, two tankers carrying oil products and liquefied natural gas LNG collided in the Suez Canal, disrupting the traffic through the global waterway, Egyptian authorities said on Wednesday. So yate tugboat works to refloat the oil products tanker Buri after it collided with the LNG tanker BW Lesmes. Okay, so এই নামবিলাক মনত ৰাখিবা, এই নামবিলাক ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হৈ যায়, জাষ্ট বিকজ কালি পৰহি কেতিয়াবা সুধিব পাৰে যে ইন ৰিচেণ্ট টাইমছ বুৰি ৱাজ ইন নিউজ, বুৰি ইজ এছ'চিয়েটেড উইথ হোৱাট, পটককে দি দিব। চ' অবভিয়াছলি ইটছ এন অইল প্ৰডাক্ট টেংকাৰ, সেইটো জানিব লাগে। চ' কামিং টু দিছ পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ ছিংগাপুৰ অৰ দিছ ছিংগাপুৰ ফ্লেগ টেংকাৰ, যিটোৱে নেচাৰেল গেছ কেৰি কৰি আছিলে, আৰু বুৰি it's a Cayman Island flagged oil products tanker collided with the broken vessel, and hekane traffic to disrupt hoya goisile. So now when we talk about the Suez Canal, so we all know that Suez Canal is a very strategically important waterway that is connecting the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. Etu Mediterranean uporot aru etu Red Sea tolot. Okay, and it serves as a crucial link for an international trade, facilitating the transport of goods, oil and natural gas. And which it is managed by? It is managed by the Suez Canal Authority, and therefore the Suez Canal has a global impact on maritime commerce. So a Suez Canal to open ketia kora goisile 1869 by and after years of construction effort led by Ferdinand D. Lesseps. Ferdinand D. Lesseps. So he was the person who constructed this Suez Canal, and which provided a direct shipping route between the Europe and Asia, reducing the journey time and the cost for vessels. Okay, aru ei jitu Suez Canal hoy, etu stretch kiman hoy muk comment section ot koa. It is basically, there is approximately, the Suez Canal stretches for a brief kilometer. So he brief kilometer to kiman hoy muk kobo lage ei gute khini. Okay, in kilometers. If you can also convert it in miles, I will be happy. Eta kilometers ot kobo para, bracket ot miles ot kobo para. Okay, so this includes multiple sections including single lane, double lane. Okay, and this canal is supported by a network of ports, terminals and infrastructures along its route. And we all know that the Suez Canal is the artery of international trade because it only generates around 10% of global maritime traffic. যিমান আমাৰ গ্লোবালি মেৰিটাইম ট্ৰাফিক হয় তাৰ 10% অনলি Suez Canal হ্যান্ডেল কৰি আছে। So therefore it is a major source of revenue for a country like Egypt, আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে আজিও আমি ইজিপ্টৰ লগত ভাল ৰিলেশনছ কৰাটো আমাৰ কাৰণে এসেনশিয়াল হয়। Okay, so we have seen that in recent times the Suez Canal occasionally are facing various good number of challenges such as vessel breakdowns হৈ যায় কেতিয়াবা তাতে। Okay, or কেতিয়াবা কিছুমান কনজেশন হ'ব ধৰে, যেনেকে এক্সিডেন্টছৰ কাৰণে কনজেশন হ'ব ধৰে, তাৰ কাৰণে বহুত ডিলে হৈ যায় আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে বহুত ইকোনমি লছত গুচি যায়। So this incidents can temporarily disrupt the traffic and result in delays of ships transiting through this particular waterway. And therefore we have seen some of the notable disruptions that have happened in the recent time. মই যদি এই recent time ত কথা কওঁ, around June 2023 there was an oil tanker which got broke down in this particular Suez Canal. Okay, hey oil tanker khonor naam asile Sibigor. Tar agotu ekhon oil tanker yate disrupt hoisile, যাৰ কাৰণে এই গোটেই পেছেজটো ব্লক হৈ গৈছিলে কোনখন অইল টেংকাৰ তোমালোকে মোক কমেন্ট সেকশনত কোৱা ওকে মই লিথেনটো কৈছো জুন 2023 এটোটো যোৱাকালি হৈছে মই জুন 2023 এটা কৈছিলো যেটো কৈছো মই সিবিগৰ ওকে আৰু এখন কি কাৰণে হৈছিলে এখনৰ মেকানিক্যাল মালফাংশন হৈছিলে কিবা এটা আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে we have seen that there is a disruption of the entire traffic and blockade in this particular area. So that is the importance of Suez Canal. But at some point of time, we have seen that today we need to leverage the other way down to tackle all such number of congestions so as to make an easy way of trade route or maritime route in this particular corridor. Okay, so therefore we have to see that how we can make this Suez Canal very much relevant in the coming and period time and how we can continuously maintain, how we can develop it infrastructurally and how we can effectively manage so as to ensure some of the smooth and efficient operation of the Suez Canal. So hekhini amar karone important hoy to jigita question korisilo muk answer at comment section at answers to lage okay chalo গোটে লিখা আছে ইম্পৰ্টেন্স ফৰ ইণ্ডিয়া ওকে চাও পৰা ইণ্ডিয়া ট্ৰেড কিমান কৰে $200 বিলিয়ন ওকে আৰু এটো ৰুটে দিয়ে কৰে মেইনলি ওকে ইম্পৰ্ট এণ্ড এক্সপৰ্ট দুটাই কৰি আছে আৰু ইয়াতে আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়ান নেভিৰ অলপ প্ৰেজেন্স আছে ওকে বিকজ অফ ইটস স্ট্ৰেটেজিক্যাল সিগনিফিকেন্স দেয়াৰ ইজ আ কান্ট্ৰি which is known as land of military bases and it is basically in the Horn of Africa and which adjoins the Red Sea আৰু এখন কান্ট্ৰি কয় ল্যান্ড অফ মিলিটাৰী বেসেস বুলি কোনখন কান্ট্ৰি মোক কমেন্ট সেকশনত কোৱা সো এটা মই দুটা কোৱেশ্চন দি থৈছো চাই লবা নেক্সট মেৰা বিল মেৰা অধিকাৰ স্কিম মেইনলি ৰিলেটেড টু দ্য GST okay it's a goods and service tax invoice incentive program that offers cash incentives for uploading invoices and therefore the first we are very lucky that it would be first initially introduced in states like Assam, Gujarat and Haryana and some of the UTs like Puducherry, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So what is the main aim and objective of this particular scheme? See, the main objective of the scheme is to encourage customer to request a bill whenever they make a purchase. Because আজি আমাৰ ইন্ডিয়াত এতিয়াও এনেকুৱা আছে যে আমি বিল নলওঁ আৰু বিল নললে এটো এটা directly it is a loss to the exchequer, that means the government. So therefore through this particular scheme all invoices issued by GST registered suppliers to consumers will be eligible and a monthly and quarterly draw of lots will be made and winners will be eligible for cash reward prizes beginning from around 10,000 to up to rupees 1 crore. And etu through this particular scheme hobo. Mera bill, Mera Adhika. Kune korise conceptualization to CBIC, that is Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Okay. So we have to see that at some point of time the Mera Bill Mera Adhikar mobile app which will be made available in iOS as well as Android too. আজি এটো ওয়েবসাইট হৈ আছে বাট লাহেকে এটো আমি এপ বেসড ফৰ্মটো পাই যাম তো এতিয়া মোক তোমালোকে শুনিব পৰা যে স্যাৰ হোৱাট ইজ এন ইনভয়েস বুজিব নোৱাৰিব পাৰে বহুতে সো ইনভয়েস বেসিক্যালি এখন কমাৰ্শিয়াল ডকুমেন্ট হয় যত ট্ৰানজাকশনস বোৰ লিখা থাকে যে সেলাৰে বায়াৰক কিখিনি বস্তু বিক্ৰী কৰিছে and it serves as both a request for payment and a record of the sale and therefore it includes also the information about the seller and the buyer as well as the payment terms and instructions ki kinise code kinise kiman amount ot kinise kiman tax logaise kitu rate ot dise sob likha thake ta so etu ami invoice boli koi asu so therefore through this Mera Bill Mera Adhikar scheme we have to see that we will encourage customers to request a bill whenever they make a purchase and upon request if they are uploading it on the platforms like this customers or this people or the buyers will be offered some of the cash incentives and therefore it will be a monthly or a quarterly draw of lots where eligible peoples can draw and cash reward up to 10,000 to 1 crore বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হয় মনত ৰাখিবা এইখিনিয়ে কথা আছিল কি মেৰা বিল মেৰা অধিকাৰ ওকে আৰু এটো লঞ্চ কেতিয়া হৈ আছে 1 সেপ্টেম্বৰ 2023 ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট কোনে কৰি আছে CBIC Central Board of Income taxes. Very very important. Please do remember all these things. Eblak horu hura bostu hoy bahut amar important hoy. Okay, to eta questions dit hoisu sai leba etu. Next, global carbon credit market to rise. So carbon market, which is a huge field as of today. So recently ekhon amar billu bahut news asile, that is known as Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022, which establishes carbon markets in India and specified a carbon trading scheme. Aru ei bill khone kag amend korise? Energy Conservation Act of 2001. Okay, so today when we say about carbon markets hoy ki? See, they are a tool for putting a price on carbon emissions, and which allows the trade of carbon credits with the overall objective of bringing down emissions. So kaile porohi jodi konobai carbon emit besi kori ase, so ami ta ki korim? Price tax kori dim. Ar jodi kom kori ase, then obviously it will help us to bring down the emission rate and to go ahead with the mode of carbon neutral by 2070. So therefore it establishes a trading system where carbon credits or allowances can be brought and sold. So therefore a carbon credit is a kind of tradable permit where we could be determined by countries or governments, and we will see that which are the companies or industries which are associated with the carbon emissions and how they are reducing the carbon targets. Okay, aru ami janu je recently je eta bostu bahut news asile amar, that is the conference of parties or jitu ami Paris agreement buli ko, tar eta article asile article 6 buli. And this article 6 of the Paris agreement provides the use of international carbon markets by countries to fulfill their nationally determined contributions. Okay, aru amar osot bahut bibhinno dhoronor types of carbon markets ase. We have got the compliance market. Ki hoy? It is a set of policies at national, regional or international level, officially regulated. Eta voluntary markets, those in emitters, corporations, private individuals and others. Okay, etu mainly national, regional or international level dekha pao, aru eya officially regulate kori ase, that means by the government. Kisuman private or thake. Okay, then initiatives by India, where we could see that we will go ahead with this less use of this carbon emissions, mainly the PLI schemes, where the product linked incentive schemes, which will be the manufacturing of this cells into modules, and it will diversify the supply chain of India. Tapsot clean development mechanism, mojito ematro kolu amendment bill 2022. So ebilak loyu we have to think about the mechanisms to lessen down the emission of carbon in the coming times. Because if I see about under the clean development mechanism, we are also abided by various number of protocols like the Kyoto Protocol, which provided a primary carbon market for all the players. So in such point of time, or in order to make or to keep the global warming within 2 degrees Celsius, or if you say around 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius, the global greenhouse gas emissions needs to be reduced by around 25 to 50%. And today, under the nationally determined contributions, which already have been agreed by more than 170 countries, even the United Nations Development Program emphasizes that for carbon markets to be successful, emission reductions and removals must be real and aligned within the country's nationally determined contributions. And therefore today India is very much abided to go carbon neutral by 2070, and therefore we could see that the global market for carbon credits is expected to witness an upward trend, and which will touch the level of $250 billion by 2030. Also, we have got the completion of SDG 17 SDG goals by 2030. Therefore 2030 is a very important year for all our targets. Okay, so hetuke yate newsot koa goisile bujila. Okay, moi eta question hodim tumalok yate je if I have to say about the carbon credit, ei carbon creditor jitu concept etu first kunkhon documentot first release kora goisile hetu muk kobo lage in the comment section. That means the concept of carbon credit first ketia ahisile, kunkhon meeting ot, kunkhon summit ot. Okay, and also mention the respective year of that particular summit. Okay, chalo ki ahile India targets 64% renewable by 2030. Same goes with this. So ami jano India is very much moving towards a greener source of energy. Okay, and we have seen about that slowly and slowly we are on a verge of getting a decline in the coal share and a rise in renewable sources. And therefore, in the recent times, the coal share in the power mix is projected to decline from 73% in this particular financial year to around 55% in 2030. মানে তোমালোকৰ ধৰি লোৱা যে আৰু 4-5 বছৰ বা 6 বছৰৰ ভিতৰত আজি যদি আমি 73% কোল ইউজ কৰি আছো 2030 লকে আমাৰ মটো কি 55% কোল ইউজ কৰা because we know that share of coal is a very important crucial addition to the type of emissions that is known to be the carbon emissions. So today we know that we are focusing much more towards hydropower, wind energy, solar energy, because even if I say about the hydro generation, which increased from around 8 to 9%, and also wind generation, which is from 9 to 12% until 2030, we have to see. Aru solar power ami ki koribo bisarisilu আজি solar power capacity jodi 12% amar energy di ase 2030 loke ami 30% koribo bisari asu. So therefore today we want to go ahead with the targets that have been set by India, mainly the India's renewable energy targets 175 gigawatt jot 100 gigawatt kar ase solar power ase 60 gigawatt kar ase wind power ase 10 gigawatt kar ase biomass power ase aru 5 gigawatt kar ase small hydro power ase বহুত বেছি ইম্পর্টেন্ট গুটে গিটা প্লাস কৰি চাবা 175 ওলাই যাব okay also we have to fix that 50% of the electricity that is produced in our country should be coming in from fossil fuel sources. So today we are very much adamant and we are very much working to make this particular type of renewable resources in our country available by 2030. And therefore India targets to go ahead with 64% renewable resources. And therefore we are on with various number of initiatives, be it the National Solar Mission, International Solar Alliance, PM Kusum. Kusum mane ki hoy? Mu comment section at kwa. PM Kusum, which is basically a solar power initiative. Okay, then we have to see about the National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy, National Offshore Wind Energy Policy. Tar oporot jodi moi hydro power jao, National Hydroelectricity Policy. Then even we are going with green hydrogen, National Hydrogen Energy Mission, National Green Hydrogen Mission. So therefore in the coming times, if we need a transition from a coal dependent economy to a coal independent economy, we have to shift our energy resources production from this fossil fuel industry towards the non-fossil fuel based economy. So therefore today this transition may lead to various good number of job losses, be it in the coal sector, but we have to plan so as to make a smooth transition for affected communities, which must be addressed in the coming times with such a transition going by 64% in 2030. So hetuke yate directly eta news asile moi gute data khini di thoi disu ei data khini tumaloke sai loba okay eta moi question shuddho disu. Next prelims facts, 46,000 year old worm found alive. So etu scientist bisari paise. So you can see the worms are found in frozen soil of Siberia. So we all know Siberian climate is the only experience in the northern hemisphere where the continents with the high latitudes have a broad east-west spread. Okay, so therefore we can see that the greatest single band of coniferous forest, which is the taiga, okay, which is a Russian word for coniferous forest, is basically in Siberia. So the Siberian climate, which is very much absent in the southern hemisphere, is a type of bitterly cold winters of long duration and cool brief summer, which lies across the 60-degree north of equator. So tat aji iman thanda hua karone a 46,000 old live worms bisari paise. So eto eta bahut important discovery hoy. Also FDA approves Abripso to protect infants from RSV, that is respiratory syncytial virus. So we all know this is a common respiratory virus which is characterized by highly contagious nature, which has the potential to infect people, and it has been exacerbated the seasonal lung infection. আৰু এটো কাক ধৰে mainly ধৰে 2 to 6 years of age, mainly 2 to 6 years of age. Okay, and in most of the cases it has symptoms like common cold, but in advanced stage it converts into pneumonia or bronchiolitis. So etu karone a respiratory syncytial virus which has killed around 97% of children under this particular age group in low as well as in medium income nations. So as you do more about the annual incidence rate of this particular virus, it is in India per 1,000 children 53 are dying just because of this particular virus, which is around 5.3%. Okay, and all are basically under age of 5. So today we have seen that we have no reliable cure for this particular RSV infection, but scientists, governments and concerning authorities are promoting R&D in this domain to find out appropriate medicines and vaccinations to save the life of infants as well as the children. So hetue aji etu just kotha koa goisile FDA bitor, okay, that is the Food and Drug Administration. It has gone with an approval of the ground making vaccine Abrisivo, which is designed to protect this particular people. Okay, since it is a very deadly disease or virus, so etu karone yat bosuato amar karone bahut important. Okay, who are mainly the teenagers. So this is our academic team and this is our CNA team. We have got a quote for you today: if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Obviously, if you want to do something in your life, it should be very much remembered throughout the history of India, just like what ISRO has done yesterday. Okay, so that is all for today from my side. Thank you and